Russell Wright, are you there?
Hey Mike, yes, I'm here.
Russell, this is exciting.
Woohoo! Yeah, totally, man.
I find it hard in emails to talk about Russell because he doesn't fit in any box that you could find. He doesn't fit the metaphors that are out there. Uh, Russell, it goes back to those days. I've told this story again and again, but I will never forget you walking around my place in La Jolla. And my first thought was, what the hell is this guy talking about?
I remember.
And I could not stop listening. I mean, I was just, you set my mind on fire. Back then it was silos. Now we're into the semantic web, and we're going to talk a little bit more because we've got Mike Hayden on here. Um, we are. You heard me talking to Jimmy just a minute ago. We're so excited about Director's Cut. This is taking OMG to the absolute pinnacle, to the next level, to the top level that we can possibly take it. And to have you on, our wild-eyed madman, you have had a burning vision for going on 10 years now. You joined forces with Sue Bell. You're underground as underground can be. You got, a hearing with the biggest gurus in the world, and they said that you were irrelevant. I watched it, and I said, this guy's not irrelevant. And you defied everyone, defied all the odds. You and Sue run. I mean, it's incredible. Like, in order to get you guys in a room, typically you're talking $15,000 for your incredible cert event. Greg came back from your cert event, bouncing off the walls, gave you guys an extremely rare testimonial, which he has echoed again and again. Man, what's it like walking around all these geniuses and being a mad genius yourself? I mean, I don't even know what to ask you. I mean, it's so exciting what's going on right now. Tell me what you said to me earlier today about Sue and her days in Silicon Valley and what she sees going on with OMG now that we've all joined forces.
Well, everybody hear me? Is this good?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, Mike?
Yeah.
Okay. She wasn't exactly Silicon Valley. She was more European military software, enterprise software. So it's kind of heavier duty stuff than Silicon Valley is today. But
like we're talking like $1 billion venture here. Like,
yeah,
not like small potatoes.
Yeah, more to your point. I would say, what you and I were talking about is that this team right here that are part of the teaching staff, as well as partnering with students, whatever that distinction is, this is potentially a $1 billion team, and we have actually been planning the $1 billion strategy since 2007. So the idea that we were irrelevant, say, to Frank Kearns when I hung out with him or these guys, it was a lot ahead of its time. And he just looked at me, he sat back and just said, I have no idea what that software was all about. But it wasn't the right audience. So fortunately with you, we've been able to take that nuclear reactor and put it inside a car, that everybody can have, So yeah. Mobile hovercraft. Back in the day, it was like those new skateboards. You think they're hovercraft skateboards, but they're actually magnetic. Well, I guess we're looking at a potential $1 billion team here. That's what no crap. No, I know that might seem like a lot of money to some of you guys on the call. For some of you, it doesn't at all. I know Cotton is familiar with big investment. It's like, well, I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a lot of money. I'm saying that it's amazing when you have a team and everybody who's collaborating in that team, that the potential earnings report is a B, $1 billion. And yes, we're in the tech industry, but the tech industry is not enough. Cotton will tell you, anybody who's cut their teeth in sales, which I also have, or conversion, that's only one half of the puzzle. And so technology and all the incredible software. We got millions of dollars invested in software development. Now Jimmy, fortunately, is helping us go deeper into the larger software frameworks. Evil stuff that I hadn't quite imagined yet now can occur, of which everybody here will be privy to. But it's not all about software only. It's about team. It's about a seasoned, experienced technology team that's pretty much seen it all. Like, I can't think of a lot of things between Sue, Jimmy, and myself that we haven't seen over the last 15 years. Like in the search, maybe quantum computing, because I was joking around with that, or something like that. But that's all coming, and so that's what I'm really looking at, is a team here and all the people involved with this team, where we start looking. Of course, you got to have that $10,000 a month, that five. Those are not anything to ignore. These are huge things. I remember the first month that I made more than, it was. I will never forget that. And
yeah, feels like the weight of the world came off your shoulders.
Oh yeah, you got, and that's something that you do exceptionally well, Mike. You've done it that well since 2007, when I was hanging out in your mansion and on the hill. This was in San Diego, right after the whole, gosh, what was it? SEO rollout, whatever, the big, huge $1 million launch. But those were important times, and so there is a nostalgia and a rapport that we develop over many, many years, now going on a decade over, and I see all of that value that's not easily accountable. You can't easily account for those relationships. Now coming to fruition almost a decade later, all these connections, you introducing us to Jimmy, your ability to attract talent is quite literally second to none, as far as I know, in my experience. And that's never changed since, I was yammering and freaking out about SEO silo architecture in 2007 in your house.
Right. You're right.
Yeah.
Got to thank Maria for that.
Yeah.
No, Russ and Maria. Bring it to today, because I said this in the emails when I was talking about you and Sue and Jimmy. The future is now. I mean, what people have at their fingertips right now. The semantic web is here today.
That's right.
RSS is here today. DAS is here today. This stuff is skyrocketing results. I was talking to Lonnie on the phone earlier today, and hopefully we'll get Lonnie on in a little while here. And Lonnie had just gotten into directions cut, and he was ripping into it. He was freaking out at what you guys are doing. David Hood just had $18,000 a month. He was freaking out about what you guys are doing. I passed you that email that we got just yesterday. Somebody knew $4,000 a month, just boom, straight out of the gate. What's it like? What does it feel like for you? And you'll have to speak on behalf of Sue. Sue wasn't able to make it today, and Jimmy as well. What's it like for you guys to see these OMG, these one-man gangs, rip open the vault and it just glows, and they, oh my gosh, I mean, it's like Christmas on steroids, and they see it and they rip it open and they, oh my gosh, and they start implementing it and putting the pieces together, and then the rankings just explode and traffic is flying in from all over the place. What does that feel like for you to see that come to fruition after the big guru guys with all their blah 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 blah? What does that feel like for you? Is that pretty fun?
Feels awesome, dude. It's awesome. I mean, the main thing is, obviously, when you have a quality of product that is this high, that we can vouch for, anyone in sales, marketing, which is all of us at some point, a product that sells itself is great. A product where people knock on your door at 2 a.m. and they're a level 5 lead and they want in your house to get the next release before it's ready, which is what's been happening with this, that's a whole nother level of wow. Yeah. And so we've got that. We've got people calling us all over. I had somebody stop by. I mean, this is where it's at. So that's what Director's Cut is about.
Yeah, it's where the money's being made right now.